Hey everybody. So we got 2 minutes before class starts. 3. Somewhere in between 2 and 3. And we're going to come lying back down flat onto our backs. Allowing the eyes to gently close, allowing the breath to flow without any effort in the breath. Just a natural breath. We're not deepening the breath with any use of our will. We're not trying to manipulate the breath. We're just allowing the eyes to be closed and softening the body. So a sense of relaxation. Allowing the back body, everything that's touching the floor, to pool out like a puddle onto the floor. Just such a sense of ease. The front body falling onto the back body falling onto the floor. Steady breath, an observation of the breath. Allowing the mind to have its attention and awareness on the flow of the breath in and out of the body. The face softening even further, relaxing the jaw, the ears, relaxing the forehead, the temple, allowing there to be a little space between the teeth, the tongue at rest, softening through the shoulders, hips, the legs relaxed, legs long and heavy, the feet relaxed. Starting from a place of absolute awareness and attention on the breath. And observing the breath before class, before we start moving. So when we end class, we can just check in again to see how the body is receiving the breath differently from the time we began. And just noticing the way that that feels from the beginning, maybe somewhere in the middle, and again at the end of class. Practice of yoga is all about connection to the self, connection to our own divinity, the expression of that as it lies within or external or both, depending your philosophy. And the very, very important connection, our main relationship while we're here, the relationship to the breath. Can tell us so much. Any place where you're holding, just notice. Any place where the breath may be short or skippy. It's not smooth. Just noticing, paying attention, tuning in. One of the best things to do before we start a yoga practice is just checking in with ourselves. A little bit more here. softening where you can. And on the next exhalation, you're going to curl those knees in towards the chest, wrapping the hands around the shins, and taking a gentle little rock side to side. And then coming to stillness right in the center, interlacing the hands around the right shin. We're going to inhale, that left leg is going to go high, both feet are flexed. On an exhalation, you're going to take that left leg down towards the floor, the heel kissing the floor. So just a little touch of that left heel to the floor, sending that left heel away, that left foot is flexed, drawing that right knee in, that right foot is flexed. Keep sending that left heel away. Keep drawing the right knee in. Keep the dynamic force going. Right knee draws in with the use of the hands. Left heel extends away with the use of growing longer out of the hip socket down towards the heel. Beautiful. Staying there on the right side, the right hand takes the right shin, and the left hand is going to open long. So we're going to get longer on the left side. Left hand up overhead, reaching through the fingertips. Both feet stay flexed. Keep reaching down into the heel. Keep reaching up on the left side into the left palm. Beautiful. Big full inhale here. And as we exhale, we're going to draw that left knee in. A little squeeze of the knees in and a little rock side to side. And then a pause, interlacing the hands around the left shin this time. Inhale, that right leg high to the sky. Both feet are flexed. And on an exhalation, taking that right heel down to the earth, right heel kissing the ground. Sending that right heel out and away, drawing that left knee in. Keep the dynamic force. Getting longer on the right side, longer on the right side. Extending out of that right hip socket down into the right heel. The toes are peeling back towards the head. Drawing that left knee in ever closer. Keeping the left shin held on the left side with the left hand. The right hand long up overhead. Keep reaching, dynamic force. Right hand up, right heel down. Beautiful. Keep growing longer. Keep growing longer. Big inhale. And an exhale, bringing it in. Little squeeze of the knees in, lifting that tailbone off the ground. And then a little rock side to side. Beautiful. Finding stillness. One hand on each knee. And then inhale. Right leg long, right hand up overhead. Exhale, back to center. Switching sides. Inhale, left side long. Exhale, back to center. So that's the motion. In to out, to in to out. Steady motion, steady breath. Allow the eyes to be closed once you have it. Beautiful work. Stay with it. Steady, steady. left here. Minute left. We're warming up. Hip crease, hip flexors, abdominal muscles. Steady, steady. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, bring it in. Big inhale, curl into a ball on the inhale. Head and chest come off the ground, curling in between the knees. And on an exhale, lower the head and chest back to the earth. Little side to side. And then a little front to back. Rolling up to an upright seat. Building a seat when you come up. Blanket underneath, block underneath. Hands coming together at heart center. We begin with the Adi Mantra followed by the Mangala. No, not that. Just the Adi Mantra. Taking a big inhalation all the way in. And an exhale all the way out. And the inhale tunes us in. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Big inhale, draw it in, draw it in. Hold the breath at the top of the inhalation. Pause, keep the breath held, set your intention for the practice. And exhale out of the nose, releasing the intention and the breath. Beautiful. If you came and sat on something, you're going to come off that blanket or a block, back flat down to the floor. Palms face down on the knees. I'm going to begin with some Sufi grinds. Inhale as we circle forward. Exhale as we circle back. Steady with the breath. So we started on our backs. We knocked off some of the dust, some of the rustiness of the day. Began to lubricate the joints, activate the abdominals, get the breath and the heart pumping. Now allow the eyes to be closed, feeling the vibration of our mantra and our intention inside of us, and moving as a sense of prayer in motion with breath. That we come to the practice to connect, to unite, to yoke. The meaning of yoga, to yoke. To find union. Three, 2, And one. Inhale, upright, nice and tall, full breath in. And a smooth exhalation out of the nose there. Reversing that circle, inhaling forward, exhaling back. Moving like a prayer, right? Not all prayer is in words. As if you were on the altar, offering yourself up. How would that feel? What would that look like? How would you move? This is not about being in the gym. What's the sensation, the feeling of gratitude, prayer in motion, of thankfulness inside your body? As you breathe, as you move, as you yoke, connecting to the self, how would that feel? And then feel that and move in that manner. Five. 2, 1. Inhale, upright, nice and tall, full breath in, long spine, chin slightly tucked, heart high. Keep the upward lift in the body and exhale, releasing the breath. Hands slide down onto the shins for our spinal flex, low spinal flex. Hands are on the shins. Inhale, heart forward as the pelvis tilts forward. Exhale, heart rounds back as the pelvis tilts back. Keeping the chin parallel to the floor as best you can, so the chin slightly tucked to lock into place. Keeping the head nice and stable. Inhale, pelvis forward, heart forward. Exhale, pelvis back, heart back. And then there's a rocking. Steady breath, steady motion. There you go. Moving in prayerful, conscious awareness. Five, 4, 3, 2. I want you to keep the motion, but slide the hands out onto the knees. Same breath, same motion, a little higher in the spine now. The heart center moving a little bit more freely. Five, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale all the way in, full breath. And exhale, releasing the breath nice and slowly, but keeping the upward lift in the body. And just normal breath with the eyes closed. Feel, tune in, experience yourself. Feel that connection, that yoking. Feel the sense of that prayer being answered. Being held, being cared for, being connected. As we move, as we breathe, we enlighten, we get light in our body. Light in our bones, light in our muscles, light in our breath. Propping yourself up a little bit, If you're not super comfortable with being on the floor, blanket or a block underneath of you. As you come up into that more comfortable seat, or staying flat to the floor if you're completely fine there. Inhale, hands wide and up. Exhale, hands landing onto the shoulders. Inhale, little twist to the left. Exhale, little twist to the right. Keeping the elbows at shoulder height as best you can. Five, four, three, two, one. Inhale, center, big full breath all the way in. And an exhale, the palms fall face down onto the knees. Taking a look down at your elbows, sliding the palms back on the thighs so that the elbows are on either side of the trunk of your body. Right? So when our hands are on our knees, typically our elbows are a little bit forward. Want to slide them back so they're directly below your shoulders, keeping the shoulder girdle in nice alignment. And then inhale, we're going to shrug the shoulders up towards the ears. Exhale, we're going to let that go. So that's the motion. It's very simple. As we inhale, we're firing a charge through the muscular system, contracting, pulling the shoulders up towards the ears. As we exhale, that electrical charge is released, letting go of tension that may be unnecessarily built up in the shoulders, but we're doing this consciously. There's a release in the breath, and there's a complete drop of the shoulders. Five, four, three, two, and one. Big inhale, draw the shoulders up, draw the shoulders up, keep the shoulders up, and hold the breath, keep it held. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Exhale, slowly roll the shoulders down. Sliding the hands forward, back onto the knees. Inhale smoothly through the nose. And on an exhalation, the chin drops down towards the chest. On an inhalation, right ear towards right shoulder. On an exhalation, the head back, left ear, left shoulder. Inhale as the head rotates forward. Exhale as it rotates back, circling the head. Smooth, gentle, steady motion. With a lot of care and attention to the cervical spine. Beautiful. Last exhale, bringing the chin to chest. And then inhale, reversing the circle, left ear, left shoulder. Exhale as the head goes behind, right ear, right shoulder. And inhaling as the head comes front. Exhaling as the head rolls back. The breath and body are moving in harmony, in unison. The breath's not rushing the body's not rushing the breath. Everything's moving smoothly. And last exhalation, the chin comes all the way to the chest, to center. And inhale, lifting the head high. Exhaling there. Inhale, both hands high. Exhale, right hand down, left hand over. Left hip stays glued to the floor. So we want to keep the hips planted as we reach over to the left. Maybe slide that right hand a little further away so you can get more extension. Gaze turns up, looking up under that left arm. Gaze towards the ceiling. Eyes can be open or closed, your choice. Inhale, both hands high. And then exhale, that left hand coming down to the floor, right hand over, right hip stays glued to the floor. Breathing smooth and steady. Maybe slide that right hand a little further. The left hand a little further. Right hand comes a little further to the left. Gaze looking up under that right arm, up towards the ceiling. Breathing. Inhale, upright, both hands high. And now on an exhalation, you're going to take the hands, take them back behind you, palms face up, landing on either side of the chest, the waist, or even further back, as far back as you can reach them. And then folding forward, letting the head drop, resting the shoulders. Once the hands hit where they can reach on the floor, completely surrender in the forward fold. Beautiful. We're going to move. So coming straight back up, inhale, hands high. And exhale, keeping the hands high, but uncrossing, and then recrossing the legs in the opposite way you just had them. Great. Now inhale, reach the hands high. And now again, exhale, the hands come down, palms face up behind you, top of the palms onto the floor as far back as they can reach or right next to the waist. And then fold, surrender, let go of the arms, let go of the hips, let go of the head, and just collapse, surrender into the forward fold and breathe. And rising up, inhale, both hands high, straight up. And an exhale, bringing the hands down. We're going to make our way up to standing, so finding our way to the front of our mats, however you wish to get there. So finding our mountain pose at the front of our mats. And an inhale, hands high for half Surya. Exhale, full forward fold all the way down. Inhale, we're going to rise halfway. Exhale, full forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up, hands high. And an exhale, hands come to touch, landing at the heart center, Anjali Mudra. And we go around. Inhale, hands high, rising, full breath in, heels down, hands high. Exhale, full forward fold all the way down. Inhale, find that half lift, broad open heart. Exhale, full forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up, hands high. And exhale, hands coming, touching, landing at heart center. Inhale, hands high, reaching, feet planted, lifting. Exhale, full forward fold. Inhale, coming halfway, remembering your prayer in motion. Exhale, feel the breath roll through you as we go. Inhale, rise all the way up. And exhale, hands landing at the heart. We're going to go on. Prayer in motion, unison, harmony with breath and body, touching that inner sanctuary as we breathe and move. We are guided, we are cared for, we are held. Inhale, hands high. Exhale, full forward fold. Inhale, rise, half lift. Exhale, hands plant, left steps back, left knee down. Inhale, hands high. And exhale, I want you to sink into that front right knee. Both hands come on to the right thigh. Left hand down first, right hand on top. I'm just going to sink in here for a moment. Maybe rock a little bit forward and back just to loosen through the hips a little bit. Inhale as you straighten the front leg a little bit. Exhale as you sink it in. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale a little further back. Exhale a little further into the sink, and this time to stay, sinking into the hips. Inhale, hands high, gaze up. Exhale, we free. Inhale, step up, half lift. Exhale, full forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, hands coming to the heart. Inhale, hands rise. Exhale, full forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, hands plant, that right foot steps back, right knee to the ground. Inhale, hands high. And on an exhalation, sinking into the hips, right hand lands first onto the left thigh, left hand lands on top, sinking in. And a little rock, so a little bounce. And then we add the breath. Inhale, straightening that front leg, coming out. And on an exhale, sinking back in. Inhale, a little further out, disengaging the hip. And an exhale, all the way in. Inhale, disengage, backing out, straightening that front leg a bit. And exhale, sinking in, this time to stay and breathe. Normal breath. Sinking further and further. That right knee goes further, that left knee goes further and further forward as you can. Breathing. Inhale, both hands high, gaze up. Exhale to frame. Inhale, all the weight into the left foot as you step up with the right. Half lift. Exhale, full forward fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, hands high. Exhale, we fold. In, we rise. Hands plant, left steps back, left knee down. Inhale, hands high. Now, on an exhalation, that left hand is going to go to the right knee as we sink in. And we're going to twist, right? Sink and twist. This time, we're going to inhale, backing a little bit out of that front. And we're going to exhale, and as we sink in, maybe we get a little bit further into the twist. Inhale, backing out a little bit. Exhale, sink into the twist as we twist. One more time. Inhale, backing out a little. Exhale, sink and twist. You may stay in the twist, or left hand comes to the floor, sinking in even further here, and you can stay here if this is where you want to stay. To go a little bit further, we're going to reach back, grabbing that left foot with the right hand, and then bringing it forward as we sink back in. And breathing here, nice and steady. Really opening that whole front thigh. Smooth, easy breath, eyes open or closed, make it yours. Feel the breath, be in prayer, connect. Very gently, releasing that left foot to the floor. Beautiful. Toes curl back under. Inhale, we're going to unwind wherever we were, coming straight up, hands up. And now exhale, sink a little bit further. Feel the openness. Woo, yeah. Inhale, hands high, gaze up. Exhale, we frame. Inhale, all the weight into the right foot as we step up with the left. Coming up, half lift. Exhale, full forward fold. Inhale, we rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, hands high. Exhale, we fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Hands plant, right steps back, right knee down. Inhale, hands high. And now as we exhale this time, right hand over as we twist. Beautiful. Inhale, we back out just a little bit. Exhale, we twist. A little further into the twist. Inhale, backing out. Exhale, twist. Staying in your twist, couple rounds of breath. You want to go further, that right hand comes to the floor. Staying here, sinking into the hips a little bit more. Breathing. Beautiful. You want to go a little bit further. We're going to reach back, grabbing that back foot with the left hand, and then sinking back in. And breathe. Very gently, a soft release. That right foot comes back down to the floor, curling the toes under. Then the inhale, unraveling, hands high. And exhale, sinking into the hips. Ooh, much deeper. Inhale, gaze lift. Exhale, we frame. Inhale, all the weight into the left foot as we step up. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, full forward fold. Inhale, we're going to rise all the way up. And exhale, hands to the heart center. Taking a step back with that right foot. So the right foot is planting back behind us. We're on railroad tracks. So the toes are pointed forward. That back heel is grounded. Left hand to the left hip. Inhale, that right arm high, straight up. Ground into that back right heel. Reach upward, little back bend here as we're reaching high. And then exhale, we're going to come to parallel to the floor. Inhale, we're going to rise up. Exhale, we're folding, so we're parallel to the floor. In, we're rising. X, we're parallel to the floor. Inhale, rising back up. And we're going to take one more, coming down. Exhale, coming parallel to the floor. And then the right hand is going to reach over somewhere on the left leg where it can rest, not the knee. So maybe that's on the low shin, maybe that's on the high shin, maybe that's on the thigh. But resting there for a moment, and then a little turn, just twisting, reaching into that back right heel, little turn, little twist off towards the left. Beautiful. Breathing. To come out of this, little micro bend in that left knee. Inhale, coming back to parallel, that right hand comes straight forward. Exhale there, ground into that back right heel. Inhale, lift from that back right heel, standing up straight, re-straightening that front left leg as you come all the way up. Slight little back bend. And an exhalation, stepping it up, both hands come to heart center. Breathe. Feel the breath. Reconnect. Beautiful. Stepping back with that left foot. So, railroad tracks. We're not super long. It's just a normal step back, right? about a walking stride step. Toes are pointed forward, both legs straight. Right hand on the right hip. Inhale. Left arm high, getting long on that whole left side. Beautiful. Now as we exhale, we're going to reach, grounding into that back left heel, and we're folding forward, coming down to parallel. Inhale, we're rising. All the way up, full breath as we move. Exhale, grounding into that back heel, coming forward, parallel to the floor. Inhale, rising. Exhale, reaching the fingertips forward, grounding into that back left heel as we come parallel to the ground. Inhale, rising up, last time up before we get a hold and a stay. Exhale, folding forward, parallel to the floor. Then that left hand comes over to the right leg, either low shin or high shin, wherever your body's parallel to the floor, that's where it will reach, or onto the thigh. Smooth, steady breath. And then on the next exhalation, a little twist off to the right. Breathing. Keep that back heel grounded. Breathing where you are. Now to come out of this, little micro bend in that front right knee. Inhale, unraveling that left hand out long, parallel to the ground. Exhale there, a little longer, ground into that back left heel, and then rise all the way up on the inhale, straightening that front right leg again. Back bend. And on an exhalation, stepping it up, hands land at the heart center. And then palms face forward into your mountain pose. And feel the answering of the prayer, the connection. Beautiful work. We're going to make our way down to the floor, so just go ahead and make your way. Want to check the time? We're doing good on time. So we're going to make our way back down to the floor. If you have a blanket rather than a block, this might be the best way, but a block will do as well. If your hips are really tight, a block might be exactly the perfect thing. But you do want to get a little higher in the seat here. Unless you have super open hips, you're fine on the floor. So we're going to move towards a double pigeon. And we're going to need a second block if you've got a block underneath you. We may or may not need the second block. Not everybody's going to need it. But it's good to have it close just in case we do. So we're going to take the legs and stack them one on top of the other. First, the left leg on top. Both feet are flexed. And what you'd really like to have happen here, not everybody's body's going to be able to do this, is the left ankle stacked directly on top of the right knee and vice versa. So the left knee stacked directly on top of the right ankle. If the left knee is high, take a block, put a block underneath there, just so you can bring a stabilization to that left knee. Okay, this is important. If it's high and it's not grounding on anything, get that block under there. Beautiful. Spreading the hands wide. I'm going to take a big inhale up the midline of the spine. And now on an exhalation, leaning forward, leaning forward, leaning forward till we can't lean any farther forward, keeping the heart high. We're placing the palms onto the ground. A little pull onto the palms, so we're going to bring that heart a little bit further forward and then lift the heart. So we're arching into this, same way that we brought the heart forward in our spinal flex. Just lifting the heart here as the chin tucks slightly so the spine's nice and long. And breathing here. The hips are released, the knees are released. The only thing that's working is a gentle little pull forward on the palms and the heart rising. Finding the ease in the breath. Maybe we go a little bit further down as we walk the palms a little further forward. And an inhale, walking the hands back, coming upright. And on an exhale, we're going to lean back, let the legs go out long, and a little windshield wiper of the legs. And we'll sit back up, reversing the legs. So this time the left leg is on the bottom, the right leg is on top. Getting as close to stacking the knees on top of each other, the ankle on top of the knee, as you can. Again, if that right leg is super high, you got to get a block under there, stabilize it. And then, inhale, hands wide, heart high, keeping the heart as high as you can. We're going to exhale, leaning forward. So we're keeping the heart high as we lean forward. The hips reach back, the heart forwarded up as we lean down. Continuing to come down. You'll definitely feel this in the outer hip. And then when we can't go any further, the palms come to the ground, stretching the arms nice and straight. A gentle little pull forward on the palms is going to pull us out of the hips. And then continue to lift the heart as you tuck the chin so slightly, keeping the spine nice and long. And then fall into the breath. Let there be a cascading effect towards the floor, but keeping the heart high as you do. Spine stays long. This may be super intense. I know. Breathing. Maybe you walk the fingers a little further, bringing the heart down a little bit more towards the ground as it stays lifted in the body. So that is the thing. The heart comes down, but you still stay long in the spine. And an inhale, rising up nice and slowly. On an exhale, leaning back, fingertips pointing away, legs go long, little windshield of the legs side to side. Ooh. And then you're going to come lying flat back onto your backs, right? One last little motion before we come into our Shavasana. Feet flat to the floor, knees stay bent, and the hands wide like a T. And just windshield wiper the legs, side to side. Windshield wiper the legs, side to side. Side to side. Then pause when the legs come off to the right. Take that right ankle, put it on top of the left thigh. So the outer left thigh right at the knee. And just allow that internal rotation of the left hip. Beautiful. Push into the left foot. Send that left hip forward off to the right. So you're grounding into that left foot and you're pushing this left hip a little bit forward as you arch. There you go. Ah. Big inhale. And an exhale, release. Coming back to center, both feet flat to the floor. And then side to side with the knees again. And then the knees over to the left. Taking that left ankle, putting it on top of the right knee, outer right thigh. Getting that internal rotation over here on the right side. And then a little standing into that right foot, pushing that right hip forward, right? Standing in the right foot, little push begins to twist. Right hip comes forward, arching it. There you go. Breathe. Don't forget to breathe. A little bit more. Big inhale. And an exhale. Coming back to center. Both feet flat to the floor. Allow the legs to go long. And then taking the left hand goes onto the heart. Right hand goes onto the belly. Right on the belly. Elbows relax to the floor or towards them as best you can if they don't reach. And find that relaxation. Connecting to where the hands are placed on the body. Feeling a sense of sacredness. Feeling a sense of home. Allowing the hands to fall, palms face up on either side of the waist. Completely relaxing into your Shavasana. fingers. And wiggling the toes. Little roll of the wrists, roll of the ankles. One direction and the other. And an inhale, arms long, reach into the heels, stretch. And an exhalation over onto your right side, taking a round of cleansing breath. And making your way up to a comfortable seated posture. Hands landing at the heart center. Feeling into the clarity, like a pristine echo inside. A heightened sense of self and energy, and an overall feeling of good. Can describe it any way we want. Yoga makes us feel better. That's it. Hands together at the heart, the forehead center. Big inhale. And an exhale, smooth and steady out of the nose. Big inhale, filling our body with gratitude and thanks for the practice, for ourselves, for life. And an exhale, letting that gratitude and thanks travel out before us, in front of us, making a way. One more time. Inhale, the fullness, the richness of life, wealth and abundance deep inside of us. And an exhale, release. The love in me honors and recognizes the love in you as exactly the same stuff. Namaste. Thank you guys for a fantastic practice. If you have any questions, let me know. And have a great, great night. If you're here in the Zoom class, I have to go. I can't stay and talk afterwards. So write me if you do have any questions. And if you're on YouTube, put questions in the comments. It's always good to have a little dialogue there, and I always respond. So thank you guys so much, and I'll see you guys next time. Satnam.